Lose, they don't care. We refuse to live in fear. Our limit, it is here. A time has come. Il faut agir. Lose, they don't care. And we refuse to live in fear. Our limit, it is here. A time has come. Il faut agir. On frôle la limite. On frôle la limite. On frôle la limite. On frôle la limite. If we lose, they don't care. We refuse to live in fear. Our limit, it is here. A time has come. Il faut agir. If we lose, they don't care. We refuse to live in fear. Our limit, it is here. A time has come. Il faut agir. On frôle la limite. He's here. Live and direct. Live and direct. Janik, your host. I'm back. Yeah. Once again. Hold on, I'm stuck in my wires here. I have lots to say this morning. Always lots to say, for sure. So much things to say. So much abuse. So much nonsense. So much nonsense in this world, and that's what I think we want to start sensing again. You know, sensing again, feeling is very important. Like I said, can talk about many stuff. We can talk, but until we feel the change, we feel being the change, we feel the wind of change, yeah, then we're gonna have higher vibes for sure. So yeah, I have lots of stuff here. I found something really good. Accepting who you are and the way you are is the most fundamental thing that there is to be done here. Listen. Accepting who you are and the way you are is the most fundamental thing that there is to be done here. If you skip this part, then you are missing on the foundation of life. And then it leads easily to a loss of self-confidence, depressions, and eventually a loss of self totally. A loss of self totally. Yeah. Giving away the power that you have over to anyone who seems to display a better view of life or seems more educated than you. Like doctors, magician, can call them magician, specialists, teachers, priests, gurus, or someone that has only a piece of paper to prove that they are something or someone. Prove it to whom? Society? Themselves? Know that nobody is better than yourself. Nobody knows yourself better than you. Yourself has something to offer. Hold on. I skipped something. Better than yourself. No one knows yourself better than you. Learn and never forget that simple fact. Everyone is different and unique in their own way. Everyone has their own path to return to and follow, but all have the same goals. By skipping the foundation, it leads you to have a weak support and a false awareness of life, which then leads only to searching for answers outside of yourself. Does that not sound like what I said recently? Because you do not believe that you yourself has something to offer. But if you search in the world around you for truth and answers, you will only find lies, emptiness, and other people as lost as you are. Sorry. Other people as lost as you are. It is because they are searching for the same things in the same places as you, only seeking where they are told to look. The truth is that you will never find answers in the world, only clues that leads to confusion. Only clues that leads to confusion. Good morning, everybody. People are trying to put clues together all their lives and never reach the meaning of it. This is what people have done over and over again over the ages. Those clues were left there by others that were searching in the wrong places and for the wrong reasons for a meaning to life. Realize that there are never real clues to be found. There are only answers for yourself. Nothing is really hidden. Only people who hide things. Yeah. The real answers are only found by self-exploration, knowing your experience, your actions and reactions, and to know oneself's place and role. Know that you are not here for nothing. Boom. Yeah, we're here for something. Ha! That's the good news. Know that you had to come here to live this life, to experiment and experience physical life. Not only work for someone and make money for status. This is society will, not yours. This is what we have to be very, very careful with, not breaking our will, our free will. But this is what happened. This is what happened to me. Like but also you're under the impression that this is life. You're under the impression, like before you start taking a good look around and opening your eyes. That's what I put in my title today. You will not see what I'm talking about. With come on, I haven't seen it for 40 years. It's not something. This illusion, this confusion that we're talking about is very, very thick. It's at the same time very thin and very thick because we don't question it. We don't question nothing, so it becomes something that is very seems very occult, but it's not. But it's not. Everything is in plain sight. Like plain sight, they don't hide the sun. They don't hide the everything. No, it's us that close our eyes. We close our eyes and do not ask questions. So we become living dead, and that's it. But yeah, the moment you start accepting who you are and the way you are, you start rising in love with yourself. And this is what is the key. This is what I think is one of the key, really, is to rise in love with yourself. You have to start loving yourself, like you don't lose yourself in self-obsession. Don't be obsessed about yourself, about you. But I mean, you have to accept yourself and trust yourself that you can make it, that you can accomplish what you want to do here, what you came to do. It might be a bit hard to find, but if you do enough work on yourself, if you do enough, take enough time off, and start to think, because it's just that we're very, very busy. If I go back to my own personal experience with life, I always been very, very busy, not too much time to think. And so I got to a place where I was not questioning anything and just accepting what life was. And I thought that was real. I thought that was real. Like there was war, but like people are insane, so it's going to lead to war. That's what I was telling myself. I was thinking that everything was the way it was, not because it was the world was staged, but because, that was our state of mind. But once you start opening your eyes and take a good look around, you're going to realize that, pretty much everything is staged, especially when you start realizing that there's no evidence of space, or there's no evidence. I'm not saying that there's none, but there's no evidence that it exists. There's no evidence that the Earth is a blue ball. I'm not saying it's not, but there's no evidence. So why do we believe all these things? Because it has a purpose also for existence, to control humanity. And you're going to say, what's the purpose of building a lie like this? Take a good look around. You're going to see the purpose. If you don't see it, you're freaking blind. I can do nothing for you. If you don't see the madness that's going on in the world and the way we have lost our way, I can do nothing. If you think this world is okay the way it is, and you don't want a change, and it's possible. Some people, their mind is really, really in Babylon, and that's what they have lived all their life. So they cannot even conceive that this is not real, that this material world that we live in is an illusion, because that's what it is. To me, it is. Anyway, it's not about collecting things. It's about becoming someone. I want to become someone. I don't want to accumulate toys or nonsense, distraction. Toys, and anyway, the toys will only lead you to be distracted unless you bring it to another level. Like I said, I would like to have a boat. I would go do video on a boat, but not to waste. Like I'm done wasting my energy and my life energy on this nonsense distraction world. Like I'm done. I'm done with the nonsense. I'm detaching more and more from even YouTube. You don't see me as much on the Truman Show, and I'm gonna keep going here because I like the vibe. I need to do this. I don't know how long I'm gonna do this, but I need to do it. As long as I feel like doing it, I'll keep doing it. Maybe one day I'll stop, but we'll see how it goes. But I'm detaching more and more from the technology, a bit nonsense, and realigning more with nature. And the whole world's insane, and I know I cannot change it. I've been yapping on YouTube for 3 years, all kinds of stuff, and the world is what it is. The world will change when people start changing themselves, and that's gonna happen over the course of maybe hundreds of years. I don't know how long it's gonna take. It's gonna take timing for sure. Everything takes timing. We've been in this illusion and confusion for so long, like, and I think, when we get super excited about, because I don't think the whole flat earth thing is our awakening. I don't think this is, it might help the awakening, but I don't think this is where we will find answers, because that's another thing. When I see billboard, and I don't know, I saw a video, I think it's Carly that did the video. She was in front of a billboard, and I was saying research flat earth, and she seemed pretty happy about that. I understand. I understand why she's happy, and she's but why do we have to research? I know it's a way to put it in front of the face of people, but I think it takes a lot more than that to because if your mindset is not like awake a bit towards oneness and wholeness and stuff, and you just dive into flat earth, you're gonna create more division and more confusion in your life. You're gonna be very confused. You're gonna be very confused. You're gonna think the whole world is against you and stuff like that. So we got to be careful and that's what they want. They love confusion. So putting it out there, I've realized that putting stuff like that out there is probably to bring more fear, more confusion, more distraction. I don't know. Greetings, Janik. Yeah, big up, Suzanne. A pleasure again, for sure. I think I don't know, me, the way I see it, the way I see it today, I just, I go with the flow. I go with the flow, how the things unfold day by day, but I don't think we're going to, maybe humanity will wake up at flat earth. Maybe, I hope. I'm not against nothing. I'm not against flat earth, against globe earth, against turtle earth, or and we don't know. We don't know where we are, and that's the main question. Where are we? We can talk about many different shape. I just think the earth is everything in creation, but to what extent it goes, and I don't think anybody can prove that. So we're just wasting our precious time on YouTube searching for conspiracy, trying to dissecate conspiracy and stuff and prove them. And I don't know. To me, it's just another distraction. It's another distraction. We were distracted by TV before. Now we're distracted by YouTube. Many of us spend countless hours on YouTube and becomes a distraction, whether you want to see it or not. I'm not here to tell you lies. I'm not going to tell you lie. I'm done with the lies, so I'm going to tell you the truth. For sure, you might not like it. This might be your case. It might be your case, so you might not like it, but I'm here to tell you the truth. If you're constantly, it's my way to turtle Earth. Yeah, turtle Earth. We don't know where we are. That's the thing, and nobody knows. Nobody knows. Everybody seem pretend to know. Even like when we. Anyway, to me, I look back at it and I see what's. I don't know. I think we have so much hope invested in flat Earth to wake up humanity that I think that's where we get lost. Also, we get lost. It becomes something that distracts us from. I don't know. But many people are like researching into flat Earth and are they get a bit, I don't know, I think distracted and absorbed by the group thinking also. And I don't know. Me, I've never really been inside the clique. I never seen me on too much shows except the Truman Show. But not because I want to separate myself, but I know I felt from a long time like there was something. There's a reason why it's out there. We might not even, I might not even have put the finger on the reason why it's there and why it came out yet. But I'm capable to look at it, to take a good look around, open my eyes, and realize that we're fed false truth. False truth, lies, and false truth from bombarded by false truth. So we must be very use scrutiny in our research and think for ourselves. It's very important. And this is another form of taking away your power by instructing you about flat Earth. Like, can't you think for yourself? Can't you go out and look at things and what you need absolutely an explanation on how the sun functions before you pass, so you're contented? Like, you think someone's going to explain you how the sun is functioning and how the moon is functioning? What, someone knows? Yeah, they might have idea, they might have theories, but I don't think anybody knows. It's way too divine. It's way too divine. The design is way, I think it's not superior to our intelligence. I don't think that, but it's very profound creation when you talk about creation and stuff. And I don't think the Babylonian can hack this part of reality. I doubt it. I doubt it. I think everything is, we live in love and grace, and we're missing the point totally. Many of us are, yeah, speak your truth. It resonates to those who will hear. Trot on, forward ever. Yeah, for sure. No, it's about, it's about not also, like, I might say things here sometime that you might not like completely like, but I mean, I'm not here also to be liked. It's not a time where I should put. We live in a perilous time, like Jason says in his song. We're all so distracted from who we are and what we came to do here, and from asking questions. So distracted that we don't ask questions. So busy with our life that we don't question anything. Me, this is where I want to find answers. Is why have I been so not really that I want to loop back in the past all the time, but I want to have an idea of why is humanity under hypnosis. Why are we under hypnosis? There's something really, like, I don't like to say bad, but gotta face the fact that it's a mental genocide. None of us really is like, a lot of us are living up to their true potential, greatness, and stuff, but many of us are still in fear. Many of us are still in fear, and I refuse to live in fear. I refuse to live in fear. I've lived in fear all my life. All my life been in fear of doing this, doing that, coming out. Like I always been very vocal, so I could have done this before. Could have done this before, but for some reason, I was very not shy. I don't think it's shy, but it's just fear. fear of what other people think of you, like same as posting on Facebook. What do you think people like go check at their stuff on Facebook, and you can sense the level of fear. If not, everybody would be speaking truth. Everybody would be, come on, screaming on the roof. What's going on? Why is nobody talking really about the great questions on social media? Because of fear of what other people think of them. They prefer the group thinking. And I'm talking about a lot of people involved in this. Like, I would have a hope. Like, I don't know, it's you have also to be aware. Your level of awareness is very important. So maybe people, like I said many of time before, what's going on in the world, people don't know, but they don't know that they don't know. So, and even big Rasta guy and stuff, like, there's a surface truth and there's a deeper truth. And that's what people don't want to know. People want to know the surface truth, everything that is outside of themselves, Babylon, da da da. But when it comes to internal truth, this is where a lot of people back off, because now you got to look in the mirror. You got to look at yourself and accept who you are and the way you are, and make something out of it. So this is the thing that is very challenging for some people, is to change their life, look in the mirror and create change. So we just stick with the comfort zone, and we never really advance with abundance, where we think this is life. But like I said, people don't know. So our level of awareness has to expand. First of all, it is expanding now. It is expanding if we're talking about the whole of us, the whole of us. Yeah, that's it. It is expanding. So there's a lots of hope. When I hear the truth being spoken, gives me lots of hope to keep going, to be here every morning, and to be a beacon of hope. That's what I want to be, a beacon of hope, of change, and I know that the change is coming. The change is coming. Better days are coming. I can feel it. Might not be from my living days, but better days are coming for humanity. For sure, we're waking up. We're waking up to a great, to our potential, to our greatness, and to our divinity. And the most of it to how divine we are all together. Like, I can yap about my divinity here, but it's all together. We have to get this back to a level that we all feel it. When we all feel it, the vibration will be so huge here that you will see love flow in the air. You will literally see it. That's how I see it. I dream of that day where people live in love and live in Jalove. I dream of that day where people are helping each other, or not, like, no ego involved and stuff like that. Like, you just reach out to people, and I see that day happening. I see better days for humanity. But it's going to take time. It's going to take time, and it's going to require effort from our part. Co-creator. We are co-creator of this reality, like Melissa says, and a lot of people feel. Like, it's not something people have to say, but you have to feel it. You have to create. You have to jump into your creativity side and start, doing something, activating that muscle up there. It's just a matter of activating your mind. If you don't catch what I'm saying here, it might just be because your mind is not activated to a level that you can understand what I'm yapping here, but it's very simple stuff. If you don't get it, I can do nothing for you. It's very simple. Very simple. It's about life. It's about us. It's about our beautiful earth that we have, and that we have so much confusion going around. Too much ego, too much negativity, evil, confusion, lies, nonsense, people not thinking. Too much people not thinking. Terrible. Because of the abuse, Melissa Kemper. Because of the abuse that was inflicted upon the generations who preceded us, which is still sense in the waters in which we exist, as well as the trauma experienced in our lives that began the moment our awareness arrived in the wombs of our mothers, our natural essence has been stifled, hidden, and denied. In order to survive what was and still is occurring through indoctrination, we developed a fear-based ego through which we have been able to exist in the overlay. This process has not only created a false identity through which we relate, perceive, and function in the overlay, but it has also taken much toll on your magnificent body technology. Our bodies have become accustomed to residing in a state of fight or flight, as that is almost have as that is all most have ever experienced is fear. What most have ever experienced is fear. They live in fear all their life. Me, I'm done with living in fear. I'm done. I refuse to live in fear. I live in love. I live in love. That's what I do now. Yeah, it's much better vibration. Live in love. Righteousness. Yeah. From the moment we are born, and sometimes while still in the womb, which the traditional Western process is not natural and creates much stress on both the mother and child, not to mention the poisonous drugs administered as well, we are immediately under attack from an external source, be it the immediate administrating of vaccination, the cutting of the umbilical cord, the unnatural sounds, bright lights, and overall chaos, and the delivery room, or the process of weighing, measuring, etc., that rips the child away from their mother during the first ever so precious and important moments of bonding and transitioning the child lovingly and peacefully into this world. So the trauma starts very early. Yeah, it starts at the beginning of your life. Yeah, we are immediately under attack and thus in a state of fear and confusion. This is the groundwork being laid for the building of the fear-based ego to begin to develop. Then, depending upon how awake the parents are, the next few years usually consist of toxic baby formulas laden with heavy metals and chemicals, poisonous fake food, and an overwhelming amount of teaching the child how to communicate and function in the world. Yeah. Teaching them the foundations of a language that is not natural, usually through plastic speaking toys, computers, and television programming, as well as how to behave to make sure they understand what is acceptable and proper in the overlay. Very important. So that they think like everyone else. This process creates a sense of doubt and thus disempowerment, as well as the beginning of the Savior program, looking to an external source for answers and guidance, be it teachers, God, governments, doctors, aliens, etc., as their own sense of knowing is being beaten down and demolished, being embedded. All the while sitting the child's natural process of exploration of their surroundings and organic development of relationship with themselves and their reality. And if the child responds with refusal to this conditioning as these things are not natural, oftentimes they are punished, thus defeating the sense of disempowerment and creating guilt and shame. Don't forget the ongoing rounds of vaccines that parallel this process that are poisoning the body and creating a disconnect to their natural essence, dampening the senses and muddying the ability to feel the consciousness that is all of creation. This process continues on for many years through schooling, the teaching of third-party ideas, the introducing of more poison via whatever channel, food, vaccines, environment, etc., and the brainwashing through media, social and otherwise. Eventually, our will is broken, and we submissively participate in the overlay, choosing a career that may or may not express any of the qualities of one's true essence simply to survive. Survival. Babylon. No money means no fake food, no poisonous water, and no shelter by the terms of the overlay. Many develop such an amazing ego that their ability to succeed grants them what appears to be the freedom to buy, do, and be whatever they believe they desire and or deserve. But this is just an illusion, as it is only satisfying the fear-based ego. Oftentimes, a dependency or addictions to alcohol, drugs, food, eating, disorder, porn, or whatever else satisfies the ego is created to try to numb the deep sense that something is off or wrong with the world they experience. Many have various levels of depression, as that is exactly what is occurring. One's true essence is being depressed and held back. For some, there comes a point when they realize that there is something more to this whole experience and go searching for answers. But what they find as the overlay was sure to be prepared for the exercising of the Savior program in this capacity is still more of the same, looking outwardly to find the answers, be it to a god, spiritual healer, psychic, angels, religions, aliens, channelings, guru, or some other program belief system. This is where many stop their process of awakening and the remembering of who they are, as they are so very far away from where they began their journey of dissolving the multiple programs of the ego, which creates a sense of accomplishment, and yet so close to the truth that the body senses this closeness, and therefore much resonation is experienced on many levels. However, one is still looking outside of themselves, and thus still running the Savior program. The fear-based ego and the overlay are so very tuning. We must drop it all, every single bit of the programming that takes us looking outside of ourselves for the answers. Outside of ourselves for the answers. I'm still here. Hold on. Yeah, we must drop it all, every single bit of the programming that takes us looking outside of ourselves for answers. We are creator incarnate. We are the ones who manifest our realities, and this is through our amazing body technology that this occurs. We must heal the body of all that it has been subjected to, holding the image of our original blueprint with all of its inherent gift firmly in our awareness and feeling the joy and power that coincides with this remembering. One can choose to manifest a long and arduous journey of healing, releasing, or one can boldly exercise their power and create a much shorter timeline to experience. The body has been in such a deep state of fight or flight for so very long that as the healing occurs, the need to support the body as guided is necessary. What medicine has labeled the endocrine system has been greatly affected through the indoctrination process and the choices made living through the fear-based ego. This is where the feelings of fight or flight are seated. Most, if not all, disease are generated from or allowed because of the imbalance within this aspect of our bodies, and to bring it back into balance will reveal our true nature while simultaneously supporting the dissolving of the fear-based ego and vice versa. Existing in the overlay usually consists of using stimulants, coffee, caffeine, sugar, and other false energy creating substance to get one moving or to numb the pain of the overlay, and then the use of depressant, alcohol, pharma drugs, pot, and other depressing substance to settle the body back down from being too high or hemp. The ego loves these products as they keep one from experiencing their natural state of being, laxation, hence the word relax, which is the space in which who one truly is can be felt and the healing and revealing can transpire. Our breath is the deliverer of the order being placed for that which we desire to experience. As we hold the images and feelings associated with our desires securely in our awareness and bodies, drawing the breath in and down into the belly, many breathe short and shallowly and only in their chest, thus stimulating various levels of anxiety. And then, slowly and purposefully, press the breath back out into the waters of all of creation. We are bringing forward those images and feelings to be experienced in the physical. It is all quite simple, and all of men has this inherent ability, and thus must be responsible in their creations. Because of the indoctrination of the overlay, we have been unconsciously creating someone else's agenda. That's the truth. However, many are remembering who they are, and we are choosing to create something different. We are choosing to live in alignment with nature, the organic life sense aspect of creation, and thus the harmful and dead overlay is naturally dissolving away. Feel deeply the love that you are, allowing it to express in every moment, and thus bringing forward a reality that is in the highest and best interest of all. Great text. Big up, Melissa, once again, for sure. For sure, big up, Melissa. She has that talent for writing. Yeah, for sure. You know, it's to, like I said, it's to start the process of healing, for sure. We've been deeply, deeply programmed, deeply put under trauma. If you don't feel it, maybe you, I don't know. Maybe you're less under trauma than me, but me, I have a major, major trauma, and I'm not afraid to admit it. I know I refuse to live in fear. So for sure, come on, just to take a good look around, and if you don't think this world is in confusion, or I don't know. Me, I see clear in their program, crystal clear. Gravity sucks. Hello, Janek. Boom. Yeah, gravity sucks. Big up yourself. And Mendy is here, and who I seen to Suzanne, Mendy. Gravity sucks. Just a slight as NASA. Yeah, that's it. NASA's gonna go. All these. Yesterday, rainy all day, and passed the entire day gardening under the rain. Never stop expanding my garden. Yeah, I did this. I do the same. I'm always outside when it rains, and I expand my garden. That's what I was doing just before coming here. That's what I want to do more. Be more outside and gardening and produce my own food. Like I maximize the space I have. I'm gonna do you another video update of my garden process. It's getting very, very dense. Those tomato plants are getting huge. I don't know. I think I'm going to have to put cages around or something. It's getting so huge. Like there's plant. I have plant, but I had the sludge problem too. A little sludge problem, but I solved it with beer traps. I started putting beer traps all over my place. Yesterday, I went and buy a 24 little water bottle, emptied the water inside the plant, and made a beer trap. You know, you cut the top and you just reverse it and tape it and put beer inside, and the sludge are going to be attracted to the beer. So I put the beer traps in the ground inside the pots of the plant. So hopefully it's going to clear the sludge, but not that I'm infested, but I saw a few, and I don't want it to go further. So very important to inspect your garden every day if you can. If you have the possibility to inspect it every day, it's very important. And yeah, gardening is a must. It's a must to grow our own food. If we, we talk about awakening, but I wasn't growing my own food. So what was the the awakening in there. The awakening, the first step of awakening and stuff is with food. So grow your own food. So yeah, and yeah, but me talking permaculture is bad. Ha ha ha! From your yesterday show, Arthur Christian. Your truth is your journey, Cindy. Grow, grow, grow. Your home and yard remind me of my grandmothers and mothers. Yeah, me too. It's remind me of that. Like it's nice. It's nice what you did. I like it. It's very, very and permaculture. I don't know whatever you do. If your thing is permaculture, it's your thing. That's Arthur's opinion. That's Arthur's writing. That's what he perceives. It's all according to our own perception. If you permaculture, and I haven't even looked at it very deep to know everything about it, so I cannot really. I just read this text. I read stuff that doesn't mean personally that I agree with everything. Like I make sense of it. I read, I take it in, I make sense of it, but that's it. That doesn't mean I disagree also. I haven't made enough research into permaculture and stuff like that to say that it's anyway. Who am I to say it's bad or good? Anyway, who am I, the judge and the jury, to tell you it's good or it's up to you. I know what you mean, Cindy. Don't worry. Yeah, be happy. Gardening, you're helping nature thrive, spreading love and life. That's it. And I feel a lot of love from the plants too and stuff. So, maybe because I'm full of love and they really feel it that they grow crazy. I'm telling you, it's gone. Outside of my control now. I think I'm gonna have to put cages around these plants because the branches are getting so long, and some of them I saw 30 something flowers on them, and it keeps coming every day. There's more flowers coming out. I'm like, how many tomatoes this thing are gonna do? And the plants are getting huge. They're getting like 4 or 5 feet tall, at least 4 feet tall from in the bucket to so it's getting tall. And yeah, very happy about the production, the way it's going. And lettuce growing inside has been eaten about 5 times so far in as many weeks. Just keep growing. Yeah, lettuce is very, very good. I grow some outside, but I'm gonna grow more inside also during the winter. During the winter, I'm gonna grow more inside. If you have a window, you can grow. Same with your life. If you have a window of opportunity, you can grow. So it's the same. So yeah, it's cultivating our own food and growing is salad. You can do that inside. Salads grow like weeds. It's terrible. You cut it and it grows again, and it's nonstop. The supply, it seems to be nonstop. So yeah, let's just quick and easy. Keep picking, keep eating. Yeah, all right, for sure. I found a bunch of wild raspberries the other day. Yeah, that's the other thing I want to do is have raspberry plants and stuff. Maybe at the back behind my pool, I'll do that. But I'll see. I'll see how it goes, how the stuff, the love flows. So far, the plants are getting big, and yeah, my next video that I'm gonna post is the 2 garden update. It's coming. I was gonna post it yesterday, but I don't know. I posted 2 or 3, but I still have a few in line. So, Yellow Crystal Warrior, big up yourself, my bro. Yeah. So yeah, so check it out, and I'll be posting my garden updates. But I'll do you another one today. That now they're getting huge. Then I'm having stuff all over. Seems like a compulsion problem, I think, but it's a good compulsion. I have a compulsion problem. When I do things, I go all the way. Look here on YouTube. If you would have known me personally, you would have said the same thing from me before in my life. Everything I do, I take it to the max. I give my max to it, and same like YouTube. And now you should see my garden outside. It's like, now I'm having stuff in front. I have stuff even in my driveway. It's getting so crowded and so dense that I have to bring some plants in the front because at the back I have no more room to walk. I'm almost taking all the place to get up on the pool and go on the deck. We have to go through the plants, and so it's getting very dense. But I like it. It's a good vibe. It's a great vibe. So I really like it. Big up, Cappy One. Big up, Cappy One. I see your comments all the time. I very appreciate it. All your comments are very appreciated, and I read them all. Might not reply to each and everyone, but I give you a big, big shout out here and tell you that you are very appreciated. Everyone in the chat, you are very appreciated. We do this together as one. We're in this together as one. I'm the one speaking here, but I don't think I would keep going if I wouldn't have support, and maybe I would still do it, but for sure the fact that you're here with me on this journey and sharing the vibe with me, it's a lot of strength. You give me a lot of strength, and that's what I feel. That's what I feel from you guys. It's and especially live and direct like this, because I have the chat on the side, and many of you we communicate together on a regular basis. So some are not logged in on YouTube also, I know that. So they cannot come in the chat, but they still watch like every day. We have about 10, 12 viewers steady every day. So it's not about the size of the audience anyway. I don't really care if I can touch the heart of one person and that person change their life to a point that they rise and shine. My job is done, and I think I have done that so far. So I feel very contented with the vibes I bring. Very very important. Like I said, to accept who you are and the way you are is one of the most important thing here, and then rise and shine. Yeah. So I'm gonna let you go. I'm going back in my garden, and it's always rainy here in Quebec lately. We have no summer. Cindy knows what I'm talking about. She's not far from me. I'm sure it's the same in Granby, and it's rainy all the time. Again, it's full clouds. Like, I rarely see the sun, but I keep the sun in my head, and I am the sunshine every morning. There you go. I am the sunshine where the sun don't shine. Exactly. So big up everyone. The message carries far from just here. Yeah. So big up. Gravity sucks. Yeah. But it connect me with Earth. Having dirt all over my body makes me happy. That's it. That's what you're happy like that, Cindy. Keep going for sure. And gardening is it's very, very inspiring. It's a gardening time without sun, but with love and sun inside me. Same as me. Like, I for sure I could complain that there's no sun, that it's not sunny. Like, we haven't had a summer yet. I'm telling you, the whole month of June and May, it's been rainy. I don't. You've seen me making video. I would have a lot more videos done, because I don't go at the chilling spot because it's not sunny. It's always rainy. But I would post make a lot more video with my GoPro, but it's always rainy. So every time I want to go out, I get catch by the rain. The other day I went out, I came back 20 minutes after, it started pouring rain like a big thunderstorm. So I'm like, okay, good try, we'll come back. But that's what it is pretty much all the time. But I keep the sun shining in my heart and in my head. So that's good. We're good. We're on the good the right path, the righteousness path. So we'll stay on this, and until the next time, big up everyone, and big up yourself for sure, always. And I'll see you another now. I'll be here probably tomorrow morning, same time. I don't intend to leave that. Maybe one day, but I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready. I still have a lot of things to talk about. Yeah. I think I'm just being warmed up. Just finished my warm up. I'm going into the first period. So be ready. I'm coming. Yeah. One love, Cappy. One love, one love. Much love, my friends. Bonne journée, Cindy. Ease out. Rise and shine.